welcome to All Things Conscious podcast. This is a sacred space where we explore the journey of spiritual growth, collective healing, and living consciously in a world that often tries to rile us. I'm your host, Shawna Romkey. You know, when I first started speaking out from a spiritual lens about the injustices I saw in the world, some people didn't like it. They told me to keep politics out of spirituality. What? That it wasn't high vibrational to talk about oppression or pain, and that I lost them as a follower. That's funny. Because I think people have no idea what being spiritual means. They watch too much TV and they see all these pretend spiritual people, trying to emulate whatever they've seen. A spiritual journey is within us. It's nothing outside of us. It's the journey inward to find our true selves, our authentic self, and evolve and become the best version of ourselves. That means to become a better person. It has nothing to do with the outside world. And sometimes it's hard to balance. When you're going through the ascension process, there's a time of assimilation, first you go through spiritual ego and it dies, and then, you learn all these tools and you start healing, and then you go out into the world and you have to use the tools that you've learned. You're integrated back into the world, so to speak. So yeah, you are a more evolved, healthier version of yourself, but you're still living in the world. Consciously, you can be, whatever dimension, 5D, 6D, 7D, 9D. But guess what? Your physical body is still in the 3D world, experiencing everything it needs to experience to continue to grow and evolve. I'm a woman. I'm a member of the LGBTQ community. I'm a veteran. I also live with a chronic illness. I live in this physical world. And I don't hide from it. Being spiritual also means to be present with what's real, not avoiding it. That's called spiritual bypassing. And it's when people use the love and light to avoid discomfort. And I've written and I've spoken a lot about it. But now it's not just uncomfortable, it's dangerous. Now we're watching the criminalization of homelessness. It creates something. It's not just we're trying to clean up homelessness. No. The way their laws are so vague, they can use it against anybody. And we already see that with immigration. They didn't just go after criminals. They're going after everybody, even United States citizens, people with green cards, people with asylum. They just revoked it. They were going after birthright citizenship. You see where they're going with it, right? This government has gone full-blown authoritarian. They have already rolled back laws for the LGBTQ, for their protections, for women, women's rights. Immigrants are being rounded up like they're not even human. It's disgusting. A country led by a predator that emboldens other predators. This isn't politics. This is a trauma pattern repeating itself through legislation, media, and unchecked power. When spiritual people refuse to speak about it, when they claim neutrality in the face of harm, they become complicit in it. We are not meant to spiritually bypass the world and just stay on our own safety bubble. We are meant to help heal it. And healing starts with witnessing the truth. Now, I live in a peaceful, quiet life. I have a beautiful home. I live with my little animal companions and I spoil them. I'm surrounded by nature. And right now, I'm abundant. But I also live in a world that's trying to control and silence women. To control women's bodies, where women have no autonomy over their own body. Where a queer person does not feel safe in this country. They're trying to eradicate trans people like they don't exist. They exist always since the beginning of time. elderly parents on Social Security, people on Social Security disability. It's a scary time for people. It's creating a very fearful collective. When you look around what's happening, children being ripped from their families, their parents, people being targeted like they're criminals, when all they wanted to do was make a better life for their families. They're putting religion in schools. There's a reason why church and state are separate. Schools should not be teaching religion. That's not a place for it. Everybody has their own individual religious belief, or no religious belief, but that's their right. That's the parents' responsibility. We're in a spiritual war, but it's not of religion, it's of consciousness. And the job of a spiritual leader, healer, and a light worker is not to check out. It's to be present and to be the light in the dark. You don't have to be a full-time activist, but you do need to look at the ways you've been complacent. The ways you've accepted the status quo because it felt safer. Healing is how we reclaim our power. Every time you step into your truth, heal your trauma, speak your story, or hold compassion for someone who's suffering, you're helping to anchor in a new timeline. That's how we shift. That's how we rewrite the story of this country and even the world. And according to the law of one, if one is suffering, we are all suffering. We are all connected. The more of us who stay grounded, who stay sovereign, who stay open-hearted, the more chance we have of navigating this collapse with integrity, with courage and love. So if you felt the split between two worlds, I know I have. Between your peaceful personal world and the chaos of the collective, you're not alone. Just keep grounding in the collective. Just keep holding space. Keep speaking up, because we need your light. And that's all I have for you today. I could keep going on about this subject. I'm very passionate about it, and so should you be. I'm sending you love, light, and healing. Shawna.